40 years ago in Columbia, Missouri, a small gun shop opened for business under the name of Eli Arms, Incorporated. Soon, a modest mail-order division was established and offered a range of pistol and rifle ammunition. By 1980, this young private enterprise became known as Midway Arms Incorporated. Today, Midway USA is one of the most astonishingly successful, diversified and imaginative retailers of gunsmithing, reloading, shooting, outdoor products, hunting equipment and accessories in the world. It distributes well over 120,000 different products sourced from over 900 vendors and enjoys a documented, verified and acknowledged customer satisfaction rating that consistently exceeds 93%. It was officially recognized in 2009 and again in 2015 through the immensely stringent and prestigious Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award given by the President of the United States as one of the best managed businesses in the United States of America. A remarkable couple lies behind the genesis and sustained development of this massive company. Brenda and Larry Potterfield, whom we are so honored to have with us this evening, have a story to tell that is pure inspiration from the outset. The Potterfields, who were college sweethearts, share Missouri roots and early exposure to the natural world through hunting and fishing and to the shooting sports, especially clay target shooting.
So we met at Hannibal Grange back when we were in college. We just had the same values and country kids. So we get married, we have kids of our own, and as they're growing up, it's obvious that they're going to want to hunt and shoot and fish and stuff like that. And so I told Brenda that, when they grew up, they're going to get married and move away, and when they came back, they want to go hunting and fishing with Dad while Mom was home fixing dinner. I said, so if you want to be with the kids, probably better pick up the rifle and learn to hunt. And by golly, she did.
And it was the most expensive decision he's ever made to suggest I do that.
Larry, who holds a master's degree in business administration from the University of Arkansas, served in the U.S. Air Force from 1971 to 1977, when he completed his military commitment and set out on a business career closely allied to the outdoors and hunting. Brenda was Larry's partner from the outset, as he pursued his dream of founding his own firearms business.
There's always two parts to a business, and that's the hard part, the numbers part, if you would, the part of serving customers. And then there's a softer part, and that's getting along with the employees and making everything work. And I think I've always played the customer part, and Brenda's always played the employee part. And you have to have customers and you have to have employees to run a business, and that's probably what's worked so very best for us.
And to repeat a song, you've got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. So we've learned through the years to know when to fight the battles that you feel like are important and when to let him win or when to let me win.
The battles with each other.
With the battles with each other. There are a few on times.
The Potterfields have hunted on 6 continents and in countries as diverse as the USA and New Zealand, Norway and South Africa, Mexico and Mongolia, Argentina and Hungary.
We hunt together. We hunt with the children, and we hunt solo sometimes. So although we have a lot in common, we also are able to go out on our own and hunt.
The world is full of successful business people, but it is truly uncommon to encounter the kind of sustained generosity of spirit and complete dedication to the principle of paying it forward, as epitomized by the Potterfields.
I think the first serious benevolency that we had was in 1992, and we donated $500,000 to the NRA Foundation $50,000 a year for 10 years was the plan, so it was a lot of money to us back then. Business was good. We were able to pay that $500,000 off maybe in 3 or 4 years.
Since then, this initial inspiration has led other friends of the NRA committees to help raise over $600 million for the NRA Foundation, the charitable arm of the NRA. Such has been the impact of the Potterfields on the NRA that they are among the very few members of the Golden Ring of Freedom, comprising those who have made a cash donation to the NRA in excess of $1 million. Brenda Potterfield has also served as the Vice President of the NRA Board of Trustees, and she and her husband have created several educational endowments for the NRA Foundation.
In the last many years, we have started donating half of our income each year to charity. We've become very, very specific, and almost everything that we give away today is endowed money, so we give it to people who are going to keep the money that we give them and simply use the proceeds from that forever. So we try to create permanent endowments, and we're interested in youth shooting and youth wildlife conservation, so we're very focused on that, on those two areas, youth shooting sports and youth wildlife conservation.
To this end, the Potterfields have donated over $37 million to the Midway USA Foundation, founded in 2007, thereby supporting over 100,000 young shooters in 2016 alone, and helping fund endowments for high schools, colleges, and other youth shooting teams.
I think that when we attend shooting events and we see the young children of today out shooting, when you see a young man who is too small to play football or too short to play basketball, but he can be on the shooting team, and he's a part of a team, and he makes him feel more socially accepted, and he's willing to help younger children because of how it makes him feel. We're investing in tomorrow for these kids.
Many key conservation groups, such as the Wild Sheep Foundation, the Dallas Safari Club, the Houston Safari Club, Pheasants Forever, and the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, are beneficiaries of the Potterfields' philosophy of investing in the future. It is in the sphere of wildlife conservation and ethical hunting practices that the Potterfields are saluted as among the most admired and proactive in helping people of all ages reconnect with the natural world and with the shooting sports.
Well, personally, I want to thank all the people that have helped create myself as a hunter and outdoorsman, and the relationship that Brenda and I have. Going back to Teddy Roosevelt, to Frederick Selous, all the outdoor writers, and most especially Peter Capstick for writing his great stories, because without all of that stuff that people have done really to change me, I wouldn't be able to help change the future, because I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Almost 2,000 years ago, a great biblical sage stated that we can make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. And it is with these distilled words of wisdom that the Dallas Safari Club now has the greatest privilege in inviting you to welcome the embodiment of those words, Brenda and Larry Potterfield of Midway USA.